to him. He has the chance with his right foot. It's a difficult angle to strike from there, but he tries to go in at the near post. He'll actually smartly away to his right-hand side to fingertip wide. First real positive attack from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, and the first anxious moment of the evening for the German team. And Lodi sends it over. Jimenez going for it. Gulacsi thought about coming, didn't. And finally gathers the ball, and Atleti's players are all complaining to the Polish referee there was a foul in there.
Was there a trip? I wondered if Gulacsi maybe has just clipped the ankles.
Meanwhile, Kevin Campbell finds a bit of space. Hopefully we'll get a chance to review that passage of play in a moment or two.
It was Salniguez who was in there. That ball popped down. I thought that he was going to hit the deck. Certainly fell over. There was contact.
Kostenberg, collected by Campbell. Kostenberg is Liner. Ready back into Saloniguez. By Savitzer, who is strong, and he's got the support of Konrad Liner here. What a superb defensive tackle that was as well.
Brilliantly timed tackle. Jimenez coming across.
The Pamecano, I think we've got the makings of a cracking tie.
Absolutely fantastic tempo to this game.
Angelino sending it in. Savic with the header away.
Started by Leipzig in the opening stages. All of a sudden Atletico are now coming up to speed.
Quick reminder, we still had a stoppage in play since the incident at the other end of the pitch.
We are waiting, aren't we?
As it's whipped in just a little too long on this occasion.
They're still asking, Atletico Madrid are still asking the question of the referee.
Here it is.
This is it.
Is there a slight clip on the heel?
No, he clips his own heels. No penalty. Well, we've all looked at it. You clip your own heels. Salniguez, that is poor play.
On we go. And it's with Lodi once more. He's got time to float that one in towards Diego Costa, with Pamecano with the header away. Yannick Carrasco, who brought the save from Gulacsi a couple of minutes ago. That's a tidy turn. Savitz are almost getting a foot in there. Carrasco's made a very bright start to this game. Will there be a goal kick on this occasion?
Simon, I think the VAR should inform the referee of exactly what happened there. Salniguez warrants a yellow card for gentlemanly conduct.
Here's Campbell. Liner. Good play by the Austrian. Really good play. Took the get out of the game there. Neat, tidy, confident here from the Bundesliga scene.
Quick and sharp, right from the start. Leipzig really have started this quarter-final exceptionally well.
Here's Campbell. Wilson is waiting in the far post area.
Yeah, just acknowledges that. They work the ball from one side to the other. Campbell asking for the ball, but you can see Paulson pulling away at the back post. Maybe that would have been the better option. Certainly needs to hit the target, Campbell, from that range. Test Oblak.
Jimenez finding Lodi. It's up towards Costa. One Marshall by the Pamecano.
That really will be a good contest. It's Costa, never goes away. Pamecano knows he's in for a really rugged game against Costa this evening.
Okay, losing out. Conceded by Campbell, the foul on Hector Herrera.
Still, Atletico just up their tempo a little. Certainly, Simeone would have wanted them to press a little bit higher and a bit quicker.
It took me 10 minutes to get into the game, didn't it? Really?
Just a while to get going. As you said, Simon, they've been here before. They have that experience. They know it's not going to be won in these early stages. They're here for the long haul, Atletico Madrid.
And they create here. It was a vital touch by Marcel Halstenberg.
Really important touch as that ball whipped into that back post. Higuain arriving. Important left foot clip clearance.
Jimenez. Affords the players a chance to just catch their breath for a moment. There's a real intensity about the opening 19 and a half minutes so far.
A really good contest.
Going Atleti's way. And Yannick Carrasco is in behind Klosterman here, but good tracking back there by Konrad Laimer.
It's a good block in the end, a wonderful play. Carrasco, Costa, superb first touch to give him the opportunity to get in behind that Leipzig defence. Just needed to feed that ball through the 6-yard box.
Carrasco so far taking advantage of the opportunity which has presumably come his way to play this evening with the absence of Angel Correa, who tested positive for COVID the other day. Shino DeSarco, the other player to test positive, but he's had a knee injury and hasn't played for a while anyway, but both players are okay, and the latest batch of tests for Atletico Madrid came back today from yesterday, and all of them negative.
Just some great scrutiny, testing, making sure there's no danger.
That's favouring Coquet on this occasion, who's started every Champions League match for his team this season. Desperately hoping to get back and play a final for the third time and finally to get his hands on the trophy. But here come RB Leipzig now. With Angelino on the overlap. Cleared away by Trippier.
Angelino a little bit frustrated because Nkunku's pass was too straight and wasn't to his feet. He needed it played to his feet, the corner of the 18-yard box.
Nkunku wanting plenty of the ball and seeing plenty of it as well so far. Campbell. Nkunku to his left. Halstenberg. Leipzig had more of the ball so far as we towards the midway point of the first half. Thompson with a little layup collected by Campbell. Now Angelino, nicely done, and Nkunku. Campbell, first by Coquet and Trippier. Whipped it just a little high for Thompson, but there will be a free kick. Thompson with a foul. I think it was a push or a pull as he went for the ball.
Lovely cross, well worked down the left-hand side. You can see that right arm going out. Pushing Jimenez, Olsen as he attacks the cross. This is the pass that needed to be cut into the feet of Angelino. Too straight, tidied up by Trippier.
Trippier with the ball forward. Breaking loose for Diego Costa. Submitted by Leipzig, hang around.
Olsen is a target for Leipzig to go into should they need that option. Look very positive down the left-hand side. In Kunku and Angelino combined well on a couple of occasions.
Interesting to see how long Paulson lasts in this game because he hasn't played for weeks, and ankle injury keeping him out. Here he is now. Where the Nagelsmann said, just give me a good hour. Still stays in, and Trippier with a chance to clear. It's Klosterman again, getting well forward.
It's that well on the right-hand side as Klosterman. Tackle comes in, ball stays alive. The numbers again. Atletico Madrid defence closing ranks, keeping it very, very tight.
A piece of improvisation from Dani Olmo. A quarter of the way through the match. Here's Kantler. Now Olmo. Paulson. Olmo trying to get on the end of it. Scooped away by Savage. Here's for the Leipzig players.
Olsen asking for a handball as that ball's cleared.
Campbell, Savitzer, Lima. Free kick conceded by Ronan Lodi.
Sharp, isn't it? The interplay. Certainly the other ball was driven away. It's a change from Roddy.
Leipzig are looking sharp. They return to training on the 22nd of July. They drew 1-1 with Wolfsburg in their only friendly ahead of this. Bundesliga season finished earlier than La Liga. Only, of course, the first of the major European nations to get back to league action. In by Christopher Nkunku. Stenberg, who almost got his head on the end of that.
Just wonder how it isn't going to affect the sides coming here to Portugal for these final games. Especially the German sides, they played the season out, they're back first, then have had a little break. Spanish not so many. It's going to take its toll. I would say, out of all the countries represented, for me, the German side's probably had the better of it, timing-wise.
He sends it over, and it's Sarniga who doesn't get his foot around that at all. Yeah, Julian Nagelsmann was saying that in his mind with his players, rather than seeing it as the back end of the current season, which actually it is, rather because of the break that they've had, in some respects it's almost like a pre-season. Because the way they deal with this mentally in terms of, if they go out early and how they play, they're not going to have long to sit around and think about it. They need to get going and get back into pre-season very quickly now.
That's right.
Angelino.
Press from Athletico Madrid now, you can see. Still moving the ball very quickly at Leipzig. Campbell been instrumental in that part of their midfield.
Angelino hiding in Kunku here now, and Angelino with a lung-bursting run. It was fishing there was the final delivery, no trouble there for Jan Oblak. And for all the good approach play that we have seen from Leipzig so far, Jan Oblak hasn't really had anything to do.
Exactly, he hasn't actually been tested. Simeone saying that should be a yellow card for the challenge on Lodi. Always talking to the referee.
Should appreciate their advice on how to referee the match. Straight out wide off the boot of Herrera. There he is again, the Mexican. And the ball has just gone out of play. With a throw in for RB Leipzig. Osterman sends it long. Jimenez is there ahead of Danny Olmo.
Just so solid, so disciplined, the Athletico Madrid defence. Only conceded 27 goals in La Liga this season. It's only Real Madrid who conceded less, winning the title.
Third in La Liga, but some way off Real Madrid, and Barcelona 17 points behind the champions. Not the sort of gap that they would have been hoping for. Or expecting, rather.
From 16 games, which is quite something.
And Lodi sending it through, doesn't quite fall to Yannick Carrasco, costing him able to get it up from underneath his feet. Half an hour in. If you just joined our coverage, good game so far, despite the fact we haven't had a goal.
Yeah, Athletico fast start from Leipzig. It's taken a while for Atletico Madrid to work their way back into the game. Resolute defensively, protected on the goalkeeper.
Something get the pretty pumped there, his reaction to that.
Right over the top of Savic, so he's attacking the ball. Savic stands his ground and flips over the top of him. He's been punished. He goes for the challenge. He's not happy about that. He's saying, I'm looking at attacking the ball. All square, half an hour gone. I think that was probably what was expected.
I think many felt that it might be quite cagey, tight and tense. It's going to keep going to watch so far. Looking at the throw.
Yeah, Simeone would be happy because his team have weathered that fast start from Leipzig. They are in this game. That's what they do. Almost wear you down. Was punished there for the challenge. The referee's given the free kick. Lodi with the control, Armour with the high challenge. This is an example of what Madrid do to you as well, so they wear you down, they slow you down, they break the game up. It's all part and parcel of the way that they get results.
I was just thinking there that Danny Olmo, having conceived the cricket, was wise to just keep his cats to the mouth with it, rather than see his own temperature raised. Savage.
Really nervous with the Leipzig coach, which certainly have been prepping his players in that respect as to what to expect from this Atletico Madrid team.
Yeah, was trying to find Carrasco there with Savage. High and hopeful, Savage, so beaten by Lodi. kept in by Yannick Carrasco. There's Diego Costa. Even if it requires extra time and penalty kicks. The winners will play Paris Saint-Germain next Tuesday. Here's Carrasco. Lucas Klosterman.
Wonderful touch in that build-up again from Costa. Great forward play. Flick off the outside of his boot. Just couldn't get the ball under control. Carrasco to then find the cross. But there's been a couple of really exquisite touches from Diego Costa.
Not buying that one from Hector Herrera. Herrera in for Thomas Partey today in the midfield. Partey has been struggling with muscle injury last couple of weeks, thigh injuries on the bench this evening. Savic stepping in. There's a hefty collision as well.
Oh, that was two players totally committed to the challenge. They clash heads.
Looked like well, I was going to say that looked like a bad collision, and clearly it is. Two players totally committed and going at full tilt.
Going for the ball. Genuine challenge, but you can see eyes on the ball, both players, and then the head collision.
Halstenberg.
So they're going to need some attention, both the players.
Savic, certainly we can see is going to need patching up. Of course, they have to check that the players are okay first. Need to be very careful with head injuries, of course. Remains to be seen the extent of the injury to Stefan Savic. An impromptu tactical gathering there for Diego Simeone. No doubt is considering what his options are. Just waiting for word from the touchline.
He knows.
Wow, both players look as if they're in.
I think both are cut down there, actually. Sorry.
Well, it's like looking in the corner in a boxing ring between rounds.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like Savic has a number of butterfly stitches on that head wound.
Is that early chance for Marcel Halstenberg? Halstenberg, the player who has injured his head at the moment. There was Savic also. Two defenders getting involved in the thick of the action at opposite ends of the field.
Yeah, the two defenders that have clashed who've now picked up nasty head injuries. Well, undoubtedly they both want to carry on, but they are still bleeding. They're going to have to leave the field of play.
We've got to see both players up on their feet. And none the worse for Herrera. Will take place quite a lot of stemming.
Yeah, absolutely. And going through his paces for Leipzig.
Still looks as if he's okay. Looks as if they've managed to hold the flow of the blood. Savic too.
Probably probably just said to him, I didn't even know you were there, but I certainly felt the full force of your forehead. Close Friday, that's good to see.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And none the worse for it. I figure they do look the worse for the wear with damage around the head and the rest of it. But in terms of getting up onto their feet and not looking groggy and appearing very alert and ready to go. So after that length of stoppage, back underway once more. Here's Upamecano for Leipzig. We really have had that one opportunity early in the game. Marcel Holstenberg sending the ball high over the top of the crossbar. Here's Sabitzer not for long, and Diego Costa with the pass towards the near side to Yannick Carrasco. Now is Llorente, chased by Upamecano. Sturdy, strong, but fair defending, I think.
Strong, solid challenge from the centre half. I think he probably did catch Llorente, but he played the ball. He matched him strike to strike. You see as he strikes for the ball, clearly plays the ball out for the corner. But Llorente felt the full force of the challenge.
Llorente getting the nod in the starting 11 for Athletico tonight with Joao Felix on his return to his native Portugal, forced to sit on the bench. But his teammates are on the attack now. Have to be dealt with by the Leipzig back line. This is Kieran Trippier. Coco, the captain. Jose Jimenez. Lima. Looking to go long in towards Nkunku. 5 minutes to go to half time. I think we'll have a decent chunk of that in time as well before the break. Angelino. Nkunku with a little flick. Campbell. This is delightful play from Leipzig. Lima sending it across the 6-yard box. Angelino back in. And the opportunity for Trippier to clear.
Really good move from Leipzig, started by Sabitzer's crossfield ball. Into play, passing. The opportunity for Bolson with a header that he couldn't really power on target.
Good ball from Campbell. Now into Nkunku from Angelino. Space for Sabitzer. Campbell. Angelino on the far side of the box, in towards Pulse, the header from Stefan Savic. Just spell of possession here and pressure from RB Leipzig.
Start the tempo again, move the ball quicker.
Still getting back, but unable to get the ball off Lima. The Austrians done really well here. Block made by Jimenez. Clearance collected here by Sabitzer. Kevin Candy. Lima's delivery and headed behind by Trippier, who's saying, well, I wasn't sure who was around me, didn't get a call. It's a corner.
Don't take any chances. Trippier having to head it away at that back post. He was expecting a challenge. But worked the ball well again down the right-hand side. Lima's been really effective. Wide on the right for Leipzig.
So four ball in, and Leipzig are lucky that it fell at the feet of Angelino there. Campbell. Athletico Madrid, it's saying towards Diego Costa.
Watching it out in front of him, he just took off, he put his head down, he's running behind that Leipzig defence. The delivery wasn't for him.
Lima and Campbell have done a good job in the heart of the Leipzig midfield in this first half. McCartney is Campbell. Danny Olmo. Klosterman. Forcefully struck towards Nkunku. Nkunku battles away. Free kick conceded by Olmo.
Strikes for the ball, doesn't make contact, actually just runs and follows through. So Higuez gets caught.
Last couple of minutes of the first half. Bags of endeavour. Little by way of clear-cut goal scoring opportunity by the side.
Absolutely. It's the weakness of Rosenberg's one step forward effort. Savage's head up.
And Lodi puts it away. Sabitzer. Just quick to get rid of the ball. Campbell. Sabitzer. Hamilcano. Calm and cool under pressure there, though, Hamilcano. And Lima too close to Oblak.
Really class play from Hamilcano. Carrying the ball out of defence, drawing challenges, releasing it perfectly. This is subsequent cross not in the direction of Forza, who's the target.
Savage. Then we've got 8 minutes at the end of this opening half in Lisbon for Jose Alvalade. Tidy play by Danny Olmo and the fine interception by Kieran Trippier. It needed to be as well from Atletico's point of view. Halstenberg. Like Savage, showing no effects from the heavy clash of heads.
Both players seem to be fine.
Hamilcano towards Nkunku. Keeps the ball away from Herrera.
Obviously, Athletico dropping back, so there's 2 banks of ball, no wider than the width of the 18-yard box. Really, really solid. No passing avenues to go through down the centre of the field. They have to work the ball wider, Leipzig.
They still haven't had a meaningful shot on target in the first half. Is it about to change it? Nkunku? No, because Trippier's there. It will be a corner there.
Clever 1-2, Trippier checking the run of Nkunku to concede the corner.
Well, actually, they had 60% of the play, but they haven't been able to do anything with it so far. Atletico Madrid such a tough nut to crack the head up. Hamilcano up, Oblak right behind it.
It's the best chance. Hamilcano's header is a solid one, but it's down into the ground straight at Oblak.
And that's better.
In the corner, and Leipzig will be leading.
He's a tough keeper though, isn't he, Oblak? You've got to come up with something pretty good to get it past him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here's what they're logging now. Free kick.
He's striking for the ball, but strikes through Carrasco, tackle from behind.
Christian penalised and quick to walk away from the scene. Carrasco with the best effort of the first half for Atletico Madrid so far. Personally decent save from Galachi.
The effects of that showing for his left arm.
Last minute of added time before the break.
What's the spot for the target?
Savage was there again, got in ahead of San Miguel.
Good delivery. Savage always going to attack it. Just can't drive the header in down to trouble Galachi. Simeone playing, headed it. Disappointed that his centre half hasn't hit the target.
Still plays every ball that's been on the touch from Diego Simeone. Here comes Yusuf Paulson now. Last few seconds of the first half. Paulson bringing it forward. Lima, will he get there? No, he won't. And it all rather fizzles out. Well, that looked promising for Leipzig for a moment there. It was the last action of the first half. Shimon Marciniak blowing the whistle. Nothing between these two in the opening 45 minutes. It's been keenly contested. At times it's been fast and furious and frantic. Bags of endeavour, bags of huff and puff. What's really been missing is that final ball and the opportunity in front of goal. At the break, all to play for. It's Leipzig 0, Atletico Madrid 0.
This match is brought to you by Nissan, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
बचपन से हम हैं साथ हर पल में घोले मिठास जो भी चखे इसका स्वाद नया नया लगे एहसास हम बचपन से हम हैं साथ हर पल में घोले मिठास जो भी चखे इसका स्वाद नया नया लगे एहसास
कुछ रिश्तों की मिठास कभी नहीं बदलती, जैसे आपका और हमारा रिश्ता अमूल।
बियर्ड स्टाइलिंग आसान होती अगर ज्यादा हाथ होते, पर ये पॉसिबल कहाँ? इसीलिए फिलिप्स वन ब्लेड। It's a revolution. One blade styles, trims, shaves. Join the one blade revolution. New Philips One Blade. There's always a way to make life better. Innovation and you, Philips.
क्या बात है बर्गर शर्गर
आ गए तेरे
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue. Quite a sight to behold. As you can see, already started here. Jim, who do you... And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break. Hullet, Dybala, great strength, too strong for his opponent. So it is still 0-0. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well read, he sorted that out. Rafael Varane. Rijkaard. Bullet. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Forward it goes. Rafael Varane. Bullet. It's Dybala. Real chance! That's a half-decent try. Paulo Dybala quickly realised that he could have a pop. Not his best. Dybala. A bit harder, and task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. And it's Koulibaly. Koulibaly. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. He has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here. Chance! It's off target and by quite a way. It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Dieter. Good idea, just poorly executed. Cambiasso goes long. There's the end of the first half. Both sides have drawn blanks and toiled at times, but it's been a bad game by any means. So there was the first half. What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end. I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come. An engrossing half, but they're still where we started. Oh, he's had a goal! Cambiasso. Pull it. And here's Owen! That has only enhanced his already huge reputation. We're obviously hoping for an early second half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen. This is a very welcome tonic. Deadlock broken. It's 1-0. Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Cambiasso. Cambiasso drives it forward. Battles to win it back. Hoists it forward. Now it's Bullet. And it's played forward. Bullet. Bullet! Stop. Wasn't easy. Bullet is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality. A lovely little footballing moment. And it's been taken short. Bullet. And he's there to cut it out. Played short. Cut out in the nick of time. Up towards the front line. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Now it's Dybala. Rijkaard. Rijkaard! Oh, that should have been two. Rijkaard has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. Time for a change in personnel. I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Owen! Offside that time. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they? To get it forward quickly. It's Rijkaard. Messi shoots. Backward and won it. Messi was totally aware of how that chance could have impacted on the game, and that should have gone in. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Cambiasso. Maldini. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. It's a official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That will be the final act. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny. Just a goal.
In the air though is Upamecano. Now Campbell's a little busy figure foraging around in the middle of the pitch for Leipzig. Halstenberg to Angelino. Campbell. Kunku available on the near side. I think Leipzig coming into this tie, sensing that the one-off nature of it perhaps is potentially good for them, rather than playing the two legs in front of full houses with the experience that Atletico Madrid have of that scenario.
Yeah, exactly the case of the stage now that Atletico Madrid demonstrate.
Whipped in by Angelino. Here's Llorente. 2 goals at Anfield in that extraordinary 3-2 victory. Alvaro Morata with the winning goal right in the end of extra time to look at the holders. While they were doing that, tonight's opponents, RB Leipzig, were knocking out the team who made the final last year, Tottenham Hotspur, and they thrust Tottenham aside, didn't they, really, over the 2 legs?
They were very impressive, yeah. Certainly the way that they performed against Tottenham. Always carrying a threat, build pace in their attack.
Scalacci. Upamecano for Angelino. Finding Kieran Trippier who picks out Koke. Challenge coming in Herrera. Savic keeps it away from Yusuf Poulsen. Angelino with an interception. Kunku can't collect. Bounce isn't a kind one. Off Llorente. Free kick.
Llorente, a little confused. Challenge. Oh, see, from behind. Again, toes the ball between his legs.
Dani Olmo, who arrived in Leipzig in January, played in the group stages this season for Dinamo Zagreb. One of 2 players in the Leipzig lineup who are playing for their second team in this season's competition. Angelino also been involved for Manchester City.
That's only because they restructured the squads for the knockout stages after the group stage.
Stefan Savic. Trippier. Savic was there first. Olmo able to collect. Kunku now with a chance to run at Trippier. Coached by Son again. Boston's happy to leave that to Campbell. To Marcos Llorente.
Sure, both coaches already starting to think about how they can impact their teams with substitutions that can make the difference.
Upamecano. Well, they have got players, haven't they? Both teams clearly who can make a difference. Think about Leipzig, the likes of Forsberg and Schick. Athletico Madrid. João Felix, for example.
A different option, João Felix, certainly for Athletico.
Lima rolling it wide. Sabitzer in! And they are ahead! Dani Olmo finds the back of the net. Leipzig lead in Lisbon.
Well, this is a wonderfully crafted goal by Leipzig. Slick passing, super cross, and Olmo arrives. Timing of the run and the quality of the header into the far post gives Oblak absolutely no chance. Olsen feeding the ball back, Campbell helps it on. When this cross comes in, lovely waiting, so it's first time. Everything about it is slick from Leipzig to give them the lead. And Olmo's finish is depth into the far corner. Brilliant goal.
Well, Dani Olmo scored 2 goals in the group stage for Dinamo Zagreb, and he's got a bigger one here for his new club. In the quarter-finals of the Champions League, 5 minutes into the second half.
Sabitzer's first time cross is beautiful into the space that Olmo's attacking, and then the way that he just flicks the header into the far corner, brilliantly taken. His first Champions League goal, Simon. We wondered where that goal was going to come from for Leipzig. If it wasn't from Sabitzer, it was Sabitzer's assist that gave Olmo the opportunity to head into the far corner.
Well, from a neutral point of view, that sets us up nicely for the second half now, because Atletico Madrid are going to have to come out and have a go to try and get back in the game. Jimenez to Oblak. Of course, they don't have happy memories of Lisbon in recent years in the Champions League, that heartbreaking loss in the final in 2014 to neighbours Real Madrid was just down the road, about 3 kilometres away at the Stadio de Luz, when they were so close to victory before Sergio Ramos equalised in added time, and then Real Madrid ran away with it in extra time. Long way to go in this one.
A lot of thought from Simeone. If his team open up, he knows the pace and the quality in which Leipzig pass the ball, that could be the undoing of them. Will they just stay tight, compact defensively? There has to come a point if they remain behind where they have to open up, have to take a chance to try and get back into this quarter-final.
Herrera, now Trippier. Looking for the run of Llorente, almost getting in behind Upamecano, and Gulacci able to get his body behind the ball.
Good run, nice pass. He just couldn't quite get it under control. Off the outside of his right boot, he rolls away into the path of the goalkeeper, Gulacci, who's quick to dive at his feet.
It's the first time Llorente has started in the Champions League for Atletico Madrid. They signed him from Real last summer, previously made a couple of starts in the competition for them. But of course he had that starring role off the bench at Anfield, scoring twice in the last round. Angelino with the throw. Leipzig hoping to become the first German team to reach the last 4 in the Champions League, other than Bayern or Dortmund. For almost a decade, Schalke, the only other team in recent years, back in 2011. Trippier with the throw. And the good news from Atletico's point of view is they've got the best part of the second half to try and come back in the game. Savic.
It is how they go about it, Simon, certainly. They force bodies forward. You just sense that this is a Leipzig side on the counter that can be devastating.
Thompson is strong there under pressure. Lima losing out, this time to Yannick Carrasco. Herrera just moves the ball away from the traffic. Miguel. Renan Lodi. It's in towards Diego Costa. Tamacano was there once again. See Marcel Halstenberg touched up during the half-time interval.
I'm sure there's a few stitches underneath that bandage. So there's the Savage as well. Third time challenge there on Llorente.
Savage in ahead of Fulson. So Miguel and Dani Olmo penalised.
Just kicked in that left ankle. Olmo as he tries to dispossess Alves.
Initially by Trippier, Fulson now is caught. Changes for João Felix. He's going to come on shortly. Young Portuguese international they signed from Benfica last summer. At no small cost as well.
Absolutely, but wonderful technician. We're hoping that he can get the ball into his feet. His extreme talent to create a clear-cut opportunity, which Atletico Madrid really need.
His teammates have got some defending to do first. The white shirts of Leipzig venturing forward again. Campbell now. This is Conrad Lima. Cross them into Tamacano. Might fancy it from here. Routine for Oblak.
Well, since the opportunity, drove into the space, did Upamecano. In the end, it's a tame shot.
He plays with an ill head on young shoulders, doesn't he, Upamecano at 21?
The way he carries the ball, excellent, and then the quality of distribution varied, whether it be short or long, very, very good. That's why he's attracted so many possible suitors in Europe.
Just getting involved in a tangle with Diego Costa there, off the ball. Diego Costa ended up flat on his face.
I've got to say, to this point, he's played Costa particularly well. Has been a physical battle. As it always is if you're centre half playing against Diego Costa.
Nunes to Renan Lodi. Here comes the change. João Felix about to enter the fray. And Hector Herrera is the man to be replaced. Sublime talent, he's 20 years of age, João Felix.
Well, it's a positive change. Certainly, João Felix, a more offensive player from that midfield area. I think we'll be expected just to drop in behind Llorente and Costa in the pocket, trying to feed the ball into his feet.
Tamacano wisely getting rid of the ball quickly there. Angelino into Nkunku. Here now is Marcel Halstenberg. Here Llorente. Being pressed with greater intensity deep inside their own half there. Leipzig, but now they're turning the tables at the other end of the field. It's Angelino. And it's a little out of reach for Nkunku. And played away by Carrasco. Collected now by João Felix. Carrasco. Costa. Koke. This is more like it from Atletico. Trippier. Decent looking calling. And Tamacano again makes sure that it doesn't reach Costa.
Yeah, because Trippier was into the direction of Diego Costa, but behind him, and Upamecano steps in, made a good challenge. But just picked up the tempo a little, Atletico.
Well, they've got him, haven't they? They've got half an
That's
hour.
the issue.
But of course, that might help Leipzig. It might open the game up. And the Olmo, his wires crossed on that occasion.
Ambitious, trying to think wide that shot in, and in the end slices off the outside of his right boot.
Philip Carrasco. Turning away from Lima. Wherever Diego Costa goes, Upamecano seems to follow. Lima with a challenge. Referee says get on with the game. He's been good actually at that, the Polish referee.
Very consistent.
Interception by Regina. Well, actually still that one save really in the first half. A near post from Carrasco. Just about now to bring the ball. It's Lucas Costa. So it's a ball. Pulse. Seems to have the ball blocked off. It's a free kick.
It's a first sloppy pass, so it's certainly round the corner aimlessly, give possession up.
Felix with a little layup. Loading in. Upamecano makes the challenge. And there will be a yellow card for simulation here from the referee. I think Upamecano there was worried that he conceded a penalty. The way he looked to the referee.
I just think there was a moment, you're absolutely right, Simon, where he makes contact. He does stop. He tries to stop his run, and tries to stop making contact on Lodi. You see it here, João Felix feeds Lodi with the ball. It's a heavy first touch, but Upamecano's across, and he stops, tries to pull out the challenge. Yeah, the referee's right. Good decision.
The last half an hour. Still to come over the next couple of days. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Manchester City, Lyon.
Entirely difficult to call. Real drama last night for PSG. Still a long way to go here.
Well, based on what happened last night, there is, yes. Okay. Play from Costa. Foul by Lima.
Clever.
A young substitute.
Really clever from João Felix. He knows Lima's coming back. His right side. Slides that ball between his legs. Lima can't stop. Pushes João Felix to the floor. That's why he's been introduced. To get in possession of the ball, to draw fouls, to make important passes. Really clever technician.
Whipped in, and it was Lucas Klosterman who got his head to that one. Well, he'll be well aware that his team are going to be severely tested between now and the final whistle as Atletico Madrid throw everything at them in pursuit of an equalising goal here.
There's no doubt Atletico Madrid are going to test this Leipzig defence. They're going to have to stay resolute. Concentration is the utmost importance. Cannot switch off for 1 second.
Comes from Lodi. They were queuing up to get the ball away. Menez went for the ball and I think ended up whacking Christopher Nkunku instead of the ball.
Nkunku does well, he clears quickly. You can see trying to block clearance, and there's leaves his boot. Nkunku won't mind. It's a chance for his team to push up.
To be quick off the mark there to reach the ball ahead of Diego Costa from Meccano.
Letting pushing players forward, bodies higher up the field.
Gio with the header forward. Now it's Nkunku. Tolson's up there with him. Just ran away slightly enough for Savage to get his foot on it.
Just stood his ground, didn't he, the centre half? Stood in the path of Nkunku, made the interception.
Meccano. Put a whack after the ball had gone then from Diego Costa. The referee saw that.
He had two goes. Two times he lashed for the ball. Diego Costa, the second one he called for Meccano there after he released the ball.
Challenge born of frustration. He's been up against a really impressive opponent this evening, Diego Costa.
Not just his defensive display, Simon, in the way that certainly he started so much of the constructive possession that Leipzig have had. The quality of pass has been excellent.
Certainly they've been put under pressure by Lima, by Roman Lodi. 5 minutes remaining. Header from Danny Olmo, 5 minutes into the second half, separating the two teams. Here's João Felix. Lima trying to get back on side. Yannick Carrasco. Diego Costa waits in the middle. Marcos Llorente is up there too. Carrasco bit off a bit more than he could chew.
Great challenge from Campbell.
Leipzig are calm under pressure, aren't they, in their own defensive areas. Their passing remains clear-headed and crisp.
1 or 2 touch, been really, really sharp.
Nicely done. Look at that space there for Lucas Klosterman. Underneath the boot of Tolson. Westenberg sliding in. Angelino. Away from Coquet. This is lovely football. Apart from the final effort from Yusuf Tolson. That was impressive though.
That was an attempted shot. It was again good play set for Tolson to hit. He just completely mishits it.
Alvaro Morata is going to come on shortly. More firepower for Simeone's side. Almost 3/4 of the way through this match, in theory at least, unless we have extra time. Costa. Misdirecting the pass. Jose Maria Jimenez. Stefan Savic. Morata still waits. João Felix. Away from Lima this time. The ball into Carrasco. I think it rebounds off Carrasco for a goal kick.
Little Meccano across, but just starting to see glimpses of the wonderful talent that João Felix has through the legs, and then the weight pass to Carrasco was superb. Meccano once again making a well-timed challenge. But if anything's going to happen, I think that this young man, João Felix, is going to contribute for Athletico. Since being introduced, Atletico Madrid going forward have been far better.
Mexico continue to move the ball around very impressively. Here's Sabitzer now. Plenty of white shirts forward here. Olmo can't keep it in. They rather wasted a decent looking opportunity there, Clyde.
Yeah, the final pass was a poor one. Deep cross to the back post to find Olmo. Couldn't get it under control. I'm sure that's going to be the nature of the game now. Atletico pushing forward, taking chances, and then the swift counter-attack from Leipzig could be the undoing of Atletico.
Sabitzer beaten to it. This is lovely play, and Joao Felix is challenged in front of the goal. And Atletico Madrid want a penalty here from the referee.
No doubt, fantastic.
They want a penalty from the referee. And a yellow card has been shown. And Lucas Klosterman concedes the kick. And Atletico Madrid have a golden opportunity to get back on level terms, diving in on Joao Felix.
Well, we said he was a technician. That's wonderful play. Driving into the penalty box, draws the challenge. He knows that Klosterman's coming from the side, just toes it away from him, wins the penalty kick. What an introduction from Simeone this young man's been.
20 minutes to go. Is the pendulum going to start to swing the other way in this quarter-final tie? Joao Felix, the super sub, equalises for Atletico Madrid. 1-1, 20 minutes to play.
He won it and he converted it. Lovely 1-2, returned by Diego Costa. Clearly brought down and then steps up to smash it into the corner. He's a young man and he's got an old head on young shoulders, and that is quite brilliant. And that's the way to get your team back into the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Third Champions League goal of the season for him. And it sets us up beautifully for what remains here. What an impact.
What an impact, what a change in Atletico Madrid since his introduction.
He's still waiting, by the way. Morata. And Diego Costa is going to make way for Alvaro Morata.
It was a fantastic return pass by Costa into Joao Felix Park. Yes, he did really well to win the penalty kick. But Costa has just made a massive contribution to his team. Now replaced by Morata, like for like change in terms of Diego Costa and the way that Atletico will continue to play.
And the American Tyler Adams on for Konrad Laimer as well for Leipzig. It'll be a long night yet before we discover who will play Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final next Tuesday night. The first of the two semi-finals.
Again, so we talk about experience of being in this sort of situation, and Atletico Madrid, although going behind, didn't panic. Again, they've worked their way back into this game. Coaches have to make a big decision. Diego Simeone's introduction of Joao Felix has paid great dividends for his team.
Reflection off the back of Danny Olmo's head. Campbell. Angelino. A quick response here from Leipzig, having conceded the equaliser. Savitzer firing the shot in. He's been a little bit quiet in the second half.
As it was prominent, that was an opportunity. He really had his back to goal there as he's trying to fire that shot in. Savitzer.
Paulson into Olmo. Just behind Nkunku. He had a free kick as well, though, for a foul by Jimenez.
Late challenge. Olmo released the ball. Jimenez catches him. You can see here, looks up, plays the ball. Right boot, stamped on. Referee was right on hand once again.
Jimenez argues his point, but we've seen the evidence.
No doubt he was late with his challenge.
Leipzig regrouping quickly after conceding that equaliser. Angelino and Nkunku, the two players near the ball. So Christopher Nkunku, who floats it in, Reynes with the header away. Alstenberg will chase. Campbell. Just looking lively and busy, Alstenberg. Shanahan slowing down in the second half. Tamacano. Osterman forward once more on the right. Switch with the head clear. Morata can't collect, neither can Campbell. Morata this time picks out Coco. Yannick Carrasco. 15 minutes remaining. Can somebody find a winning goal? Will we have the extra half an hour?
It's his first foul of the evening since being introduced as a substitute.
It's only his second appearance in the Champions League this season. He came on against Tottenham in the second leg of the round of 16, but he has appeared in every match that they've played following the resumption in May. So we've seen plenty of game time lately. Lady forward from Felix. There's Coquet. Plenty of room there in midfield. Kieran Trippier. Slipping clear of Nkunku. Sabitz is sliding in. Now Marcos Llorente. Trippier's return. Long from Alstenberg and Poulsen up there on his own, but he's done very well. They are from Olmo, collected by Nkunku. Has Angelino on the near side. So Sabitzer. Just looking for that opening. Creative spark to prize open. With the toughest defences to get past in European football. Nkunku. Losing out this time, and Tamacano had that head start against Alvaro Morata.
There was a chance because they kept very, very close. Athletico. Koke's ball into Morata was a 4-1. Leipzig prepared to keep control possession of the ball. Right, he said trying to probe to open up this rigid Athletico formation. They stay so tight, they make it very difficult for you. They frustrate you into giving the ball away.
Okay, trying to find a little bit of space, and Felix now with a chance to move forward. He's got Yannick Carrasco away to his left. Running Lodi well forward, Morata in the middle. Llorente just outside the box. Here's Morata. Leipzig survived that little foray into their penalty area. Olmo. Alstenberg looking for Poulsen, who's battled well, increasingly a lone figure though.
Yeah, no support. It's found it difficult just to hold the ball up. No support. It's been too deep, not got up to get near him so that he can keep possession higher up the field.
Liga, who scored the only goal of the game to beat Liverpool in Madrid in the first leg in the last round. And Lodi has done well to cover the ground. Good corner. Lucas Klosterman. There's an urgency about Atletico Madrid now. Carrasco to get it onto that right foot. He's actually carrying it behind.
He's always going to try and come onto his favourite right side as Carrasco cuts inside with a quickly taken corner. Blocking the end.
Dangerous time here for Leipzig. Bouncing around, doesn't quite fall at the feet of Morata. Carrasco blasting it in. Connected by Kieran Trippier. Stubenberg, I think, was part of hoping that he could play to his goalkeeper initially.
Well, I think it was in chest control. He was hoping that Galassi was going to come forward and collect in his 18-yard box, take the pressure off. He stayed on his line. Leipzig's turn now to defend.
So, Stone Trippier.
Llorente's left boot.
Changes afoot.
Positive changes by the look of it from Nagelsmann.
So Amadou Haidara preparing to come on, the Malian international. More on that in just a moment. Sabitzer.
She was well ready himself, I think, Simon.
Stubenberg. Deflected by Sabitzer. Kunku. They can't get past Savic. There's Llorente. It's excellent play initially by Marcos Llorente. So just to have been pulled back as a yellow card for Kevin Campbell.
Pulls it back as he starts to pick up speed. Positive run from Llorente. Once but twice grabbing Llorente's right arm. The score makes way.
Dani Olmo being replaced now by Patrick Schick, the Czech international, who's into double figures for the season. Christopher Nkunku is also being replaced with Amadou Haidara, Malian international midfielder, on to replace him. Fresh legs. Teams, by the way, can make 5 changes. Just a reminder, 5 changes during the 90 minutes. There's one more that can make a clear extra time.
How crucial of changes can be. Certainly we've seen that. Simeone's introduction of Joao Felix, who won and scored the all-important equaliser.
Has Holstenberg got a bit of a problem with a touch of crack there? That's the way he's holding his boot. Let's have a look at what happens here as he stretches in the challenge with Llorente.
Very little contact there, but as he gets up, feels tightness.
Morata. Atletico Madrid just looking stronger, aren't they, as the game goes on now?
I just sense that they have that belief back in the game. Angelino's challenge was far from ferocious, but Morata went to ground. Opportunity for Trippier to deliver from this right-hand side. Again, it comes back to that, having that experience of being in this situation so many times over the years, Atletico.
Trippier's delivery. Morata on the deck. Well, actually, it was San Miguel on the deck, comfortably in the gloves of Peter Galacci. Savitzer and Miguel
running into one another. Referee's been excellent. Hasn't fallen for any of the play acting this evening.
Savitzer. Catch up by Lodi. Net by the head of Klosterman. First touch by Adara, the substitute. Angelino still full of running. Up against Trippier. Adara's pass, but not so good this time. Okay. 5 minutes plus added time, inching towards extra time.
Oh, we certainly had some drama last night. No reason why we shouldn't here this evening. Game really delicately poised. Everybody thought it was going to be a close one. That's certainly been the case. Who's going to be brave enough, or is it going to be a mistake that could be so costly?
Here's Schick. Pulling up with Paulson now. Adams.
Atletico's turn just to drop back. Stay very, very solid.
Savitzer lets it run. Campbell's deep looks for Angelino. Cut out by Trippier. There'll be a free kick there. Adara with a foul. And a yellow card straight away there from the Turkish referee.
Nice challenge from behind. Back with Llorente.
Llorente stretching for the ball. Comes finds his goalkeeper. Black straight down the middle. For once, Joao Felix unable to bring the ball under control. Adara. Alstenberg, a little bit loose. Falls kindly. Lovely pass. Angelino. Schick wants it in the centre. Ball here collected by Adams. Oh, the deflection carries it in. And RB Leipzig lead again for the second time tonight in the American Tyler Adams. Off the bench. Fire a deflection. Fires it past Jan Black. 88th minute of the game. And there isn't much time for Atletico Madrid to get back level again.
It's a brilliant cutback from Angelino. They work the ball wide, he gets in behind Trippier. Thought he was going to play it through the 18-yard box, but cuts it back for Adams. It is a wicked, wicked deflection that Oblak can do nothing about. But what a pass from Angelino to pick out Adams. And then the deflection off the Savage gives Oblak absolutely no chance.
Wow, what a time to score so late in the day. But remember, Paris Saint-Germain scored twice last night at a time later than this. Tyler Adams, off the bench, gives RB Leipzig the lead for the second time tonight. Can they hang on to the lead this time? Julian Nagelsmann pointing towards the corner flag. He knows where he wants his team to take the ball and try and keep it.
Absolutely, he wants his team to run the clock down to get the job done.
Well, that goal coming just at a time when you sense that Atletico Madrid were really fancying it and looking stronger and stronger the longer the game went on. But throughout that, throughout the second half, even having conceded the penalty equaliser, Leipzig have continued to move the ball around well. And there will be a free kick here as well, and Nordi Mukiele will be coming on. Savic to the player on the ground. Jimenez walks away from the scene. Here's the incident once more.
That might be high in the back of Savic. Referee absolutely right to issue the free kick.
There's nothing subtle about that.
For Leipzig, and they'll be happy. They'll be in no hurry to get this game back underway. Running the clock down with substitutions now.
Sabitzer having had the wind taken from his sails by the knee of Jose Jimenez, which used to recover. The referee will make a note of all of this as we head towards added time. RB Leipzig, not quite over the line yet, getting closer to it. Here it is again.
Really clever ball from Angelino, picking out Adams. You can see his shot, not even sure if it's going in or on target, but the deflection off of Savic gives Oblak no chance and could see Leipzig over the line into a semi-final against PSG. Another substitute making a massive impact.
5 minutes, a minimum of 5 minutes. As Nordi Mukiele prepares to come on, and Marcel Sabitzer, who was on the end of that challenge moments ago, makes way. Nordi Mukiele, yet another one of the excellent young French players in the books of Leipzig, just 22 years of age, a player they signed from Montpellier a couple of years ago. Here he is. French right back, change coming out, Fouquet being replaced by Felipe, Brazilian centre defender, signed from Porto last year. Challenge on Paulson, no free kick, but here's Patrick Schick. Tussling with it every second is vital now for Athletico as they try to salvage this game now. Remember what happened just 24 hours ago with that late comeback from Paris Saint-Germain. Lightning strike twice in the space of 24 hours in the city of Lisbon. Or will it be Leipzig's night?
I think he's the last throw of the dice from Diego Simeone. Felipe's been set up as another centre forward to play with Morata, Llorente.
Well, they've got to throw everything at their German opponents now. In the 3rd minute of added time, can Atletico Madrid claw their way back once more and force extra time? In it goes, and it's headed out of Gulacci's hands. And Nordi Mukiele, the substitute who's just come on with a vital first touch of the ball. Here's Yannick Carrasco, and the block there made by Klosterman.
You're right, Simon. What an important header it was by Mukiele when this free kick's knocked in. The goalkeeper's nowhere near it. There's the header, the clearing header from Mukiele. Important first touch.
It looked like a moment of panic there for RB Leipzig at the back. 2 minutes remaining. In it comes once more, and Jan Oblak joining in the attack here. As Aidara gets the ball away. It's currently attack against defence. Alvaro Morata trying to find a way through. Lodi sends it over. Halstenberg with the clearance.
Ash clear, but throw-in conceded. Everybody forward for Athletic.
Carrasco with a header down. Here's Alvaro Morata. Vital touch there from Marcel Halstenberg again. Leipzig hanging on here.
Hanging on, dropping deeper and deeper. The pressure incessant from Atletico as the clock runs down.
What a tense finish here to this quarter-final. Time of the essence now for Atletico Madrid. They've got to get the ball forward quickly. They've got to make it good, and they've got to do it now. but it's cleared away once more. RB Leipzig's players standing firm for the time being in the last minute of added time. What a scalp this would be for Julian Nagelsmann's side if they can get over the line as the header goes towards Peter Gulacsi, who does get his hands on the ball, and Angelino goes down with a touch of crap, much to the frustration of Jimenez.
Yeah, he just hit the deck as soon as he saw his goalkeeper grasp the ball. He's calling on the medical team. He's going to have time on.
Well, if they hang on here and win this, it'll be some victory for Leipzig and for Nagelsmann, won't it, over this opposition? Let's not forget that Atletico Madrid's pedigree, the fact they beat Liverpool in the two legs of the round of 16 as well to get here.
It's a fantastic achievement. First time they've ever been this far in the competition.
Yusuf Poulsen, who's worked so hard tonight for his team. Angara, Angelino.
Led the line really well, Simon, he has. Some doubt about his fitness, but he stayed the course.
Done really well under pressure there, Leipzig, to keep the ball for as long as they did. Is there time for one last attack for Atletico Madrid? We're well over our 5 minutes of added time now. The clock has almost struck 12 for Simeone's team in this season's Champions League, when Alston lost the ball. Morata tries to get there. It's a free kick for Leipzig. And Jose Maria Jimenez is going to get a card there.
I think he also the complaints he felt that it shouldn't have been a free kick as Morata goes through the ball.
Vociferous in his complaints about the referee's decision there. But Leipzig with a free kick, and they can breathe again for a moment. Right at the end of this quarter-final, they are almost there. Almost into the semi-finals for the first time in their young history. Angelino nudged over the touchline by Felipe. And tempers flare a little. Emotions running high here at such a late stage in such a big game.
Angelino has been clever there. Just ushering the ball over the touchline. Doe's got involved. Needs to walk away.
Yeah, he does, because he's already been booked by Nara, even though he's only been on the field for about 10 minutes.
As Adams is telling him.
Well, we're in the 8th minute of 5 minutes of added time now. All eyes on the referee, Chiniak, to see when he's going to blow the whistle as Angelino sends the ball forward and Schick chases.
That really is a poor free kick. Straight to Oblak. Should have been out towards the corner flag.
João Felix sending it forward. Maybe there will be one last chance. It's Morata. Gulacsi is there to make the save. And again it will be Leipzig's ball. Big moment there with almost the last kick of the game.
Looked like Morata might just get it, but he catches the goalkeeper. Game over.
The game is over, and RB Leipzig are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. An historic night for Julian Nagelsmann's team. Atletico Madrid will have to wait for another year. When João Felix came off the bench and equalised in the second half, it looked as if the pendulum might be swinging Simeone's way into the latter stages of the game. And then Tyler Adams, another one of the substitutes, with a shot 2 minutes from the end of the 90, taking a wicked deflection of Stefan Savic into the back of Jan Oblak's net, has fired RB Leipzig into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Leipzig 2, Atletico Madrid 1. They will face Paris Saint-Germain next Tuesday night in the semi-final.
This match is brought to you by Nissan, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
one of your greatest fighters of all time. I have to win this fight. Maybe it's the most accomplished UFC heavyweight champion this octagon has ever seen. Being the UFC champion, and still, this is the fight that settles it all.
Live cricketing action is heating up on Sony Sports Network as England takes on Pakistan. The party doesn't seem to be stopping. Can Root stand tall against Abba's fiery swing? Or will Babar steer his side against Archer's pace? Join the frenzy because the party has just started. Pakistan Tour of England, second test today, 3:30 p.m. Live on Sony 6. The UEFA Champions League quarter-final, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, tonight, 11:30 p.m. onwards, live on Sony 10-2 or Hindi में Sony 10-1. The UEFA Champions League is brought to you by Heineken and Nissan, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Live sports is now back again. I love all cricket goes live again. Only on Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network. And there's more football. UFC, MTA, WWE. Only on the Sony Sports Network. On Sony Sports Network.
Watch it all live only on Sony Sports Network.
Tyler Adams, 21 years old, from America, off the bench. What a time to score a goal. RB Leipzig are in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Just 11 years old, the club, and the first ever entry into the knockout stage. Have they reached the last four? Last night as well, we had 3 goals. Tonight as well, 3 goals. Last night we had late drama, and late drama once again. That man, Nagelsmann, has the better of Simeone and Jose Mourinho already this season in UEFA Champions League. What a story it has been for this very, very young club. And now they're up against PSG in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. João Felix did score the equalizer, earning the penalty himself. But at the end of it all, the German side scoring twice and Atletico Madrid conceding that late goal. Terry Phelan with me in the studio with David James. Terry, what a result for the German side.
It's a fantastic result, isn't it? You know, from start to finish, it was fantastic with the ball. He was getting the ball into areas when he was an athlete, especially in them little wide pockets, and that's where one of the goals come from. So for me, it was well deserved for him. You know, he wasn't afraid to have the ball in all departments of the field. You know, he was crisp with it, he was bright with it, plus he defended when he had to defend. Atleti didn't really have any answers. Obviously, they got a penalty out of nothing really. But for me, Leipzig was absolutely fantastic the way they played.
Would you agree with what Terry is saying over the full value for money, David?
Thoroughly deserved, yes. I mean, it's true that Oblak didn't have a lot to do with regards to saves, but they kept the ball well. And even when Atletico had scored, João Felix came on and he did make a difference in his substitution. But even then, when you thought Atletico might press on, they just kept the ball. And towards the end, if anyone looked like breaking the deadlock, it was going to be them. And they, as I say, thoroughly deserved. Fantastic game of football in the end, and a fantastic result for, as you say, such a young team.
We mentioned the fact that the game was crying for a goal, and I think Leipzig heard us, almost scoring the first goal of the game. A lovely header, the false 9, getting into that position. Lovely cross, Terry, from Sabitzer as well.
Well, it's great work by Pulse, isn't it? He owns the ball. They played it nice and sharp. And this is where they create the problems all the time. These little white pockets. You know, it's just picked an area. hoping that somebody's going to be in that area. And obviously, we look at it, great open play by Hudson, little 1-2s, out again, great shame, and then there's just a little run in, he just puts it in that little pocket there. RB players on the end of it, look at that. Great finish.
David, it's a typical Leipzig goal, a very, very well-worked goal.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it beforehand. I mean, it's a side that attacks in numbers like a pack. It's very difficult to defend against. And what you saw, and Terry made a great point about Poulsen at the beginning of that build-up. Poulsen back in the side has made such a difference. He sets up the second goal as well with his. It's a wonderful flick with the outside of his foot. But everybody works so hard, and the question about Tino Werner not being in there, would they be able to score goals? They've answered that against one of the hardest sides to score against, not just in Champions League, but in domestic football as well. So, everything they've done, they worked from man to man, right at the end, the goalkeepers coming out with a desperate block and even getting a kick in the process to make sure they got over the line. I mean, it's just wonderful all the way through.
David, you called it. João Felix has to come on for Atletico Madrid. He did. He created the difference. He created a chance. He scored the goal. What a beautiful play. What beautiful combination with him and Costa.
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned with him starting the lineup, even though he's a wonderful talent at 20 years old. But he came on, and it was almost like being back at home. He felt he had to put on a show, and he did for like 10-15 minutes. He was almost unplayable, and the penalty was fantastic penalty, just going away from the keeper, even though the keeper's gone the right way. But they scored the goal, and then his actual involvement in the game seemed to die off after that. And it was, again, a strange tactic by, you'd say, Simeone, when he seemed to have the upper hand and the opportunity to actually press and win the game. He was almost like relaxing back to say, we'll take it to extra time. But João Felix came on arguably an hour too late, or 50 minutes too late. If he'd been on from the start, then they could have possibly won that game. But there's a lot of things that could have happened if they'd have been different.
Terry, it is so unlike Atletico, so unlike Simeone to concede twice, but especially when you equalize one-off knockout game, you would put all your money for them to defend that,
Yeah, you certainly would. You certainly would ask them to defend that, and the way Atleti played, they're great at defending that. When they went into 1-1, you're thinking to yourself, just defend and play it out. But then you get it's a sucker punch, isn't it? You get a sucker punch. Sub comes on, it's a deflection, it's a killer of a goal, and it sucks the life out of you. And they had no answers when you see the build up here. It's one again. Midfield, great passing techniques. Look, outside of the foot flick, in the wide area again. Angelino on it, puts it back. I think it's Adams.
Yes.
Adams puts it in, and it's a deflection anywhere. This is a great cutback, isn't it? Look at that cutback. He's not picked up at all. And there you go, bang. Poor deflection, keeper can't do nothing about it. There we go. Look.
David, what a play from Yusuf Poulsen, then from Angelino, and then to finish it off, Adams, the 21-year-old. It was such a perfect goal. Although I'm sure as a goalkeeper, you'd be feeling bad for Jan Oblak.
Well, if I was best goalkeeper in the world like Jan Oblak, I would be going into that change room feeling very dejected that I wasn't given an opportunity with either goals and we've been knocked out of the competition. But like you said, I mean, Poulsen's involvement with a flick off, it was a nothing ball in the sense because he's had to make up ground, which is something, having watched him for many years now, I love about him. He will go for every ball that he can, and in that, with a perfect ball on the outside of his foot. I say Angelino, who just kept coming into this game and kept putting in decent balls. The cutback for Adam, I mean, let's be right, if he doesn't take the deflection, there's every chance that ball might have gone wide, but he's took the chance because he's been created the opportunity, the deflection's gone in, and they're going into the semi-finals, and again, they thoroughly deserve it because every player on that field for Red Bull has earned the right to be in that semi-final.
Precisely, and they're up against PSG. Now, the road to the final is just one step away for both the sides. PSG versus RB Leipzig. Terry, for a neutral, that sets it up really well, doesn't it? Both the teams like to attack. PSG have the likes of Verratti back, Di Maria back, and Mbappe fully fit finally. And Leipzig against a team who usually never concede. It's just set up so well, Terry.
It's set up for a wonderful game of total football, isn't it? Like you said, man, has two sides. We like to play, get the ball down, play fast flowing, sexy football, and that's what we're going to see. And I know hopefully there's a lot of goals in it.
And David, like this victory from Nagelsmann, like I mentioned earlier on, he's beaten Jose Mourinho, now Simeone, tacticians, all right, very well known for the tactics and style of play. At the very young age of in his early 30s, he's got the better of both of them.
He has indeed. I mean, he's obviously far more successful than Eddie Howe, but there's a lot of synergy in their sort of career paths into coaches, because Eddie Howe, obviously a very successful manager at a young age. But what was interesting watching the game was how the shape of the team changed. As I say, the substitutions were key. And also when we built the show up, and I'm sure this has been the same for every TV coverage across the world, Tino Werner's absence was like a big hole. And he, as a coach, has got his side to work in a manner which is capable of beating, as I say, one of the best defences in football nowadays. So his credentials are going up and up and up. So I don't know who's going to be interested in, but I can imagine there's many sides that would say no, shall I say, if he became available. What a manager.
Terry, from a defensive point of view as well, for Meccano, Colson-Mel, Angelino, midfield as well, Campbell, Sabitzer, Lamar were just so good for them. They kept their shape. As we praised them offensively, RB Leipzig, defensively they were so good as well today.
Yeah, because obviously they work out in the training field. You know, you said previously what he does, he's very acute with his detail, and how he gets his point across to the players, not just on the ball, not in possession, but off the ball and out of possession and all. And they all work for each other. You could see that. They all know the roles and responsibilities. They all know where they're going with it. You know, and he was absolutely fantastic. So for me, they've got a great chance now.
The game was decided by an American, the 21-year-old coming off the bench, Tyler Adams. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, it was obviously very difficult. Obviously, for the first 70 minutes, it was a close game. So when I came on the game, obviously I wanted to bring energy and help the team in any way possible. You know, getting your first goal is a little bit unexpected for me. I'm not a typical goal scorer, but I'm happy that I could help the team.
Also sagt, ja, sie haben es gut gemacht, und als er dann ins Spiel gekommen ist, dann wollte er natürlich auch seine Energie mit auf den Platz bringen, und dass ihm das so gelungen ist. Normalerweise ist er eigentlich nicht der Torjäger, aber dass ihm das hier heute gelungen ist, das macht ihn natürlich auch stolz. Ja, man of the match, have you had a feeling maybe today?
I think that today, coming into this game, I was told that I wasn't going to start, but I needed to be ready to come off the bench and make an impact. So for myself, I had to get myself in the right mindset to come out and help the team in any way possible. But we had a great game plan. Everybody gave everything that they had. You know, not everybody is necessarily 90 minutes fit right now after coming off of a 3-week holiday. So we had to be prepared, and we were.
Also er hat nochmal gesagt, also es ist natürlich gar nicht so einfach, wenn man merkt, man ist nicht in der Startelf, man hört das, aber er wollte da sein und ist auch so mental dann in das Spiel gegangen, zu sagen, so, jetzt bin ich da, jetzt zeige ich es natürlich, und 90 Minuten fit zu sein, momentan in dieser Zeit, ist natürlich auch nicht jeder Spieler, und gerade nach 3 Wochen Urlaub dann hier so auf dem Platz zu stehen, also auch das eine große Herausforderung. Well, half final now, Paris, how does that sound?
Yeah, we're really, really excited. We know that Paris is obviously a great team. You saw what they did yesterday against Atalanta. They have strong players everywhere on the field, so we're going to need to match that energy. Now it's about recovery.